Um, as you know, there's a special place in my heart for the Greenspan Network. I joined many, many years ago. I even tried way back when to help open a chapter in France. And I've always been very supportive of all the initiatives you're launching, the toolkits, and the great imprint you're trying to make on the planet for a more sustainable um, way of doing things and regenerating people, properties, and planet. With no further ado, I'd love to jump right in this presentation. It's a long presentation because A, I'm French and passionate. B, it's very hard for me to tell a very short story, so usually I tell a long one, and there's so much more to be told about World Wellness Weekend, but these 20 or so slides, 20 slides, you will be able to really receive after the presentation and read through. So I'm just going to highlight a few things. Megan, if we can go to the next. So very easy to start with. It's a pro bono initiative. It's completely free to register. The activities that should be organized, at least one should be free. There's no problem for properties to also organize activities to be paid for, like a 2-night stay at a hotel or a resort, or offer discounts or special packages, but at least one activity should be completely pro bono and free for people to join, and especially for the media to talk about you guys, because if all the activities are to be paid for by the audience, then it's publicity, it's not information. So it's going to take place on September 22nd and 23rd, the third weekend of September. It's not a random date. It's actually the time when we will enter the autumn equinox, the time when daytime and nighttime will be exactly the same. So it's kind of a symbol for work-life balance that we're all trying to achieve. Next one. Last year, the Wellness Weekend started in France and Belgium. And yesterday, we reached 76 countries, with Netherlands joining. The Vietnam and Laos also joined last week. So from 2 to 76 countries, and very probably by the end of August, there will be 80 countries and probably about 500 properties. Right now we have 471 exactly. You can see the name of the groups which are supporting this event, because they believe it can make a difference in their branding, in their marketing, communication, and sales strategy. It does make sense to do good and do well. Next slide. 36 associations, including Greenspan Network, are participating and supporting this event. The latest two are very significant. It's the European Commission that accepted the World Wellness Weekend to be one of the active participants of #BeActive. It's a European week of sports all through Europe. And also the French Ministry of Sport, which accepted us as a partner for their huge feast of sport. So one will take place September 21st to 23rd, and the European Week of Sports will take place September 23rd to September 30. So we're completely in alignment. Also, the World Championship of Aufguss, the sauna ceremony, will take place in Germany exactly at the same time. So there's a lot of events aligned to the equinox, aligned to the World Wellness Weekend. Next, Megan, please. Two major sponsors, Biologique Recherche and Tip Touch International, my company, because I usually put my money where my mouth is. For a long time, I also supported the global mentorship program, and this one is really an event that I want to promote, because as a consultant and educator for the past 17 years, the idea is really to encourage every single property to organize a brainstorm session with their team, tap into their talents, and showcase the talent of their team. I don't want to be in an industry where everyone is copycatting everyone. I want uniqueness to be seen. by the media, by the bloggers, the influencers, and by the global public. There's so much talent out there, but traveling around the world as one of the judges for the World Spa and Wellness Awards, I can see that here and there are great initiatives, and I would like to be one of many in our industry to boost the creativity. Next one, please. 5 pillars that are very easy to understand that we are supporting: better sleep, better nutrition, more vitality through movement, and maybe something we could call movefulness, because serenity is usually linked to mindfulness. The 5th one is the sense of purpose and giving back to community. I could delve more into this, but I'll give you precise examples right after that. Next, Megan. This slide you may want to take a look at, because the idea is really, especially, and this slide was made specifically for you with the words recharge and regenerate. I believe Green Spa Network members have a unique opportunity to really share with the world, with their community, with the media, that the big word is regenerate. It can be through different activities. It could be plugging, like the Swedish do when you jog and you clean up an area. It could be reviving the energy in people and also helping them to revive that energy with their BFFs, their wellness buddies, as we call them, or their family, learning tips and tricks from professionals. It can also be about showing another side of yoga, opening chakras for 45 minutes in a yoga flow, and then a 30 minutes wine tasting session of a local biodynamic wine to open taste buds. It's always good, you know, after chakras to open taste buds also, and it's very, very social. So lots of activities that can be done with live music. Even an association in France is going to organize all their activities in bathrobe, because they want to showcase with the media the bathrobe lifestyle that can be done. Whenever people slip into their bathrobes, there's no more differences in race, culture, origins, status. We're all in a bathrobe, and we get into those slippers and we go into the spa zone. We reconnect with ourselves. Next slide, please. Pay it forward is a big thing for me. Although I'm not American, I married an American woman and English is the first language at home. But this idea of paying it forward is deeply rooted in my heart, in my mind, in my guts. If not, why be there with you guys? And you know it. So it's not about being the best version of yourself for yourself. It's not looking the best on an evening. It's also, if we can, maybe this year, this is just a story in the background, but I hope to bring the story more forward next year so that people can engage in activities and say, you know what, I'm going to set a challenge for myself. I'm going to run these miles. I'm going to row that much. I'm going to do something physical, or I'm going to do something mental, because as you know, I'm always sending emails and pushing things here and there. And maybe for a day or for another, for a certain amount of time, I'm going to go on a digital detox. Who would like to help me? Who would like to sponsor me? And if I achieve, and I say I, but it could be anyone, if that person achieves his or her goal, then friends, families, wellness buddies can support, not to pay for a facial or a massage, but to fund or help a local charity, to help people who are in desperate need. And I believe this is how we can turn a buzz into a roar, and how we can move a change, to turn and funnel a movement into helping local charities achieving personal goals. Next one, Megan, please. Then, now that you understand what it is and how far we can take it around the world to try to influence the lives of millions of people so that they can enjoy longer, healthier and happier lifestyles, because it's not about living longer now. It's not about lifespan. It's about health span. There's a very poignant video from the Canada Heart Stroke Foundation that shows in 1 minute two people in a split screen. It's the same person in a split screen. And it's about how we're going to spend the last 10 years of our lives. So you understand how important this initiative is and how easy actually it is to join. The website is multilingual, English, of course, Spanish, French, Italian, and German. Soon, I hope we will have Russian. There's a place where you can click. Megan, next. It says, log in. You just create an account, name, email, password that you choose. I don't have to know it. It's yours. You just wait 3 seconds, and then you're redirected to a page where you enter the name, address of the property, the website, all the different contacts that you would like for people to reach out to you, your social accounts, telephone number, because you want people to book in advance for the activities you're going to organize. This page is going to stay, and you know what happens on the web stays on the web. So the sooner you register, the longer your page is going to be. And even if people discover a little late that actually there was a weekend and they even realize it on the next Monday, too bad, they couldn't join. However, the story goes on. And the idea is you're not just doing wellness on one day or one weekend, you're doing it year round. So it's about branding and it's about being out there. So registration is really easy breezy. Next one. Once the registration is done, each property appears on the World Wellness Map. There's a logo, and it's easy to click on the logo because the website is web responsive. People can connect on their telephone, their tablet, their laptop, and very soon there's going to be a functionality that will help people when they click on a property to have the directions to go there, thanks to the Google Map. Next one. So here you'll have the opportunity to read. It's really a checklist of things to do. First, think of your very creative activity, because the more creative, then the more chances you have to be in the media and to have people join to say, I want to be there, I want to do that. It sounds so cool. I want to take a photo, I want to take a video, I want to be in that video. I want to live and experience that. Hopefully, it will be as transformational as possible, or at least they will feel the complete change, because so many people are connected, are feeling the response of stress in their body with adrenaline, with cortisol. The idea with these events is to have them experience how great it feels to be well, feeling the endorphin, feeling the serotonin, having a grin from one ear to the other. So announce, spread the word, press release, or post welfies. We call them welfies because it's wellness selfies. The name is not mine. I believe Deepak Chopra came up with this one last year, and we also used it. So it's a good idea, and we see more and more photos of people with the W sign that you're going to see in the next slides. Next, Megan, please. I'm trying to race as fast as I can. This is a slide you may want to go back to. It tells you that it's not just about the weekend, what you're going to do on September 22nd and 23rd, is what you can do before, because some properties already are creating packages to encourage their members or their clients to come and prepare so that they can show up on the weekend as the best version of themselves already. They have about 37 days now before the event, so train, practice, and try to participate in our live flash mob, in our live demonstration, so that yoga classes, Pilates classes, dance classes will also use the talents of their members and guests. On the weekend, some already have posted on their website, Corinthia, GoCo, the reason why to come to their property on that weekend. There's a cost to that, to stay at the hotel, to enjoy F&B, but there are activities that can be enjoyed for free, or special discounts on special programs, activities bundled with products. And then after, what happens after? Well, the idea is for you to have a bounce back offer. So this is where World Wellness Weekend is not just a pro bono and everything has to be for free. It has to make business sense for you as owners, GMs, or directors. So 3 steps to wellness. The first step is the one you made by showing up on the weekend. Now, 2 more steps. Why don't you come before Christmas, or why don't you come before New Year to be a new you? Next one, please. Team up with the wellness buddy. The idea is that if people want to engage on the wellness route, wellness strategy, they are more likely to achieve that goal if they have someone they can be accountable to, a best friend, a colleague, a member of their family that will go to a class with them, that will go and shop at a farmer's market with them, that will cook with them, and that will help each other to stay on the course. There are so many good reasons why not to go to that class, because there's always that last email, that last phone call, or someone in the family you want to help out too. We're generous people with our time, maybe not as generous with ourselves. So having a wellness buddy to be by your side and to help you, and you to help her or him achieve, is a good idea. And for businesses, it makes great business sense because it can lead to double bookings. More to read on that slide. Next, please. The international sign of wellness is very easy. There's no paddle to print. There's just a logo that you can download easily on the website once you register. But the idea is to spread the word with that W. A victory of a mind with one hand, a victory of a body on the other. And when the two V's join, well, then you have a wellness sign internationally. And we are going to showcase them from around the world, from the Dead Sea to Malaysia, to Iceland. People do those W's with their hands. They do headstands, and then they spread the legs. There's two of them, and then you have an upside down W. You can do them with arms stretch in victory. So people play with it, but it's really about victory and enjoying this and bringing people in the movement. It's also a way to say, how do you feel? Very with one hand, very with the other, and then well when the two hands connect. So very, very well. Next one, please. Lots of media coverage. I don't need to go into details, but we're going to make a lot of sounds, lot of noise, so that medias don't have another chance to miss that opportunity, and to talk about wellness. It's about making the cake bigger for everyone, and talking about prevention, yes, but with a twist, with zest and gusto. It's about creativity. It's about fun. It's not just about scaring people with the prevalence of obesity that more than doubled in 30 years, without the rise of depression, chronic disease that hopefully one day can change and can be cured through epigenetics. It's really about having fun and feeling the chemistry inside your body that changes the chemistry inside your heart and inside your brain. So we're going to get people moving. Next one, please, Megan. We're already on Facebook with 4,400 fans. On Instagram, we started only a few months ago with a little less than 400 followers. But it's also about each property to share on their social media with hashtags. Hashtag Well with 3 W's, 2018, World Wellness Weekend. And it's also about hashtag Wellness for All, because we want to share. Also hashtag Wealthy, why not? Next one, almost done. And then you have different slides, Megan, you can show them. We have already 9 ambassadors listed in different countries. We have 2 that just signed up. I'm waiting for their photos to appear, and my presentation is done. I tried to race as fast as I could. Sorry for the, I hope I wasn't too stressful talking about wellness, but as you can see, there's a big story to share with all of you in a very specific way, a global event and local activities. Back to you, Joanna.
So I would like to know about the flash mob. Tell me, where is that going to be and how do we all participate in it?
The flash mob, actually, you know, each property wanting to participate organizes its own events. So the flash mob is going to take place in the center of France, in the thermal region of Auvergne, where you have volcanoes and you have lots of thermal hot springs and thermal centers. And they are going to have a hike in bathrobe. They're going to have a yoga session in bathrobe. They are going to have a Pilates class in bathrobe. So yeah, probably they're going to sweat a little bit more than what they want to, but also it's part, you know, to release those toxins, and they're going to roam around in the city in bathrobes, wearing them proudly. Anyone can organize a flash mob in their own property, in their own city. And one thing that I would just like to add is one of the associations that we have is one of the associations of mayors in France. We are getting elected officials engaged, and they want activities to take place in their cities. So that's as far we're taking it, so that eventually wellness can also be included in legislation, in rules, in facilities, so that cities can just not be touristic cities, but also wellness cities.
That's great. Well, congratulations on putting all of this together. You've done an amazing job. It's very exciting.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's only starting.
Yes.
We're getting warmed up.
It's only starting. I think one of the things that the Green Spa Network is hoping that people do, considering we have this tree initiative that we are all working on diligently, planting trees, reforestation, is that we hope that Green Spa members can have a community tree planting in their communities to raise awareness around carbon sequestration and ways in which we can plant more trees. So I know that's one idea that has been developed.
Absolutely.
And we're also hoping that our members will use the Green Spa Network logo when they are announcing their initiatives to participate in this, so that people know that we're supporting you.
Thank you. Excellent. Thank you so very much.
Yes, that's great. Does anyone else have any questions? Are you seeing any questions, Megan?
A few bravos, but feel free to type in a question on the chat on the right.
That is great. That is great. Yeah, send us any questions and we can ask Jean-Guy. So Jean-Guy, I understand you're also going to be joining everyone at iSpa.
Oh yes, absolutely. I wouldn't miss it for the world. I've been an iSpa member for, I believe, the past 12 or 13 years. So if we can get together, and also iSpa will be, iSpa and Lynn she's a very dear friend, but she decided this year not to publicly support. She privately supports Frank also, and Noel Asbar. Many others are supporting, but not publicly, because the weekend is happening just before the iSpa conference, and they didn't want people to be mixed up with those two dates. So next year we will have definitely a bigger reach. But I will be there, and if you want to organize a group session with GSN members so that we can talk and we can take it one step further next year, that would be fantastic.
That would be great. Well, GSN is hosting a breakfast at iSpa on the Monday morning at 7 a.m. So you're all welcome to attend. And then I think the other thought that I had is there a place, Jean-Guy, for folks to post photos of what they've been doing after the fact?
Absolutely. Photos can be posted on their Facebook accounts, their Instagram accounts, and as long as they use the hashtags that we suggest, we will be able to identify them. They can also email me, and already properties have started sending their wealthies. So team photos doing the W sign, also wellness buddies doing the W sign together, joining hands, and we're using them in teasers. So we're not going to wait to have all of those photos and then do a video after the event. We're doing it before, because we want to launch the buzz before, giving more visibility to all participating properties before. I can see there's a question maybe.
Yes.
We are a small spa that does huge community service. How can we participate as a smaller establishment? One way you can start is I don't know how small you are and how many people you can welcome in your property or in your spa, but for sure, one thing that small spas in France are doing is that they're partnering with a nearby restaurant, with a nearby city hall, or a gym club. And they're partnering, they're not doing it by themselves. And when they partner with other businesses in their streets, in their district, or in their city, then it gives a better chance for the local media to say, hey, something's going to be happening on Sunday morning, Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon at this place. Another place is going to do something on Sunday morning. A third place is going to do something Sunday at lunch. And you can imagine the rest. Then it creates an ideal, if you wish, wellness agenda for people to do in your community, not just with one property. If there's only one property, it's a great start, but to have more properties participating, businesses, yoga studios, dance studios, martial art dojos, like maybe Cobra Kai, you have your local Cobra Kai participate and share, so that the wellness becomes bigger because you all start and contribute to a bigger conversation. I hope that answers your question.
That's great. I've also heard the suggestion, Jean-Guy, of partnering with the farmers market and having there be a table of wellness activities that people could stop by and participate in while they're shopping for their fresh vegetables.
Indeed, absolutely. These families, not even guys, usually it's families involved in farmers market. It's a family project. They're all involved. They're doing a fantastic job to bring fresh food, seasonal food, farm to fork. How do you choose it? How do you cook it? How do you eat it slowly? Doing groceries with people, cooking with different families or friends, it helps to taste savory dishes, to share them, lots of laughter, lots of great moments to share together. So there can be lots of activities. Just to give you an example, there's a property that wants to organize a mindfulness chocolate meditation. Usually when people have chocolate, they eat it, they chew it, they swallow it, that's done. Maybe sometimes they have more. But it's okay, there's no judging because chocolate never judges, chocolate understands. So if you really need, chocolate understands, and you can have a little bit more. However, in a spa, chocolate meditation is taking a piece of chocolate, putting it on your tongue, closing your mouth, and then waiting to have it melt in your mouth. And if it's prepared with a local special chocolate artisan, that maybe there can be different layers. And then you can have the little crust, and then there's something inside. So there can be lots of things. We should do more slow jogging, slow cooking, slow eating chocolate, maybe slow loving. It's easy for me to say because I'm French, so this is something we have in our blood. But, anyway, maybe there's another question?
I don't know. I think we might be okay on the questions.
The idea really is in 3 letters. It could be www, but it could be also fun, fun. What engages people? Once again, as a consultant, as an educator, as a writer, as a judge for World Spa and Wellness Awards, I visited many places. Some are great, amazing properties, amazing landscape, amazing design, $1 million of design. And I meet a team that is working in treatment rooms in the basement with no outside lights, and they're almost like in a sweatshop. They're deep tissue. Where's the fun for them? Where's the possibility for them to express their talent? If they were to massage differently, how would they do that? If they were to change the music, would they massage on salsa, on bossa nova? Would they change the mood? Because people can dance around a table, I can tell you that. If they were to do yoga differently, does it have to start with Om and finish the same way with a chanting bowl? Or can you add something different? I remember at iSpa 10 years ago, Lawrence Biscontini had us experience Yopra. Yoga and opera mixed together. And as we were doing the asanas, we had fantastic opera overtures. We were completely drawn into the movement, into the moment, not just the movement, but the moment, holding that asana, because that note, that perfect pitch was held and held and held until it breathed again. It was fantastic. How can we change the game so that people say, wow, I understand now what WOW means, the wonders of wellness.
The wonders of wellness. All right. Well, thank you very much, Jean-Guy.
Thank you. I know our time is limited. You wanted to stick to 30 minutes. I believe my time is up. But as you can imagine, the story could go on, and especially what's most important is that it will continue with you. I'm only a torchbearer. This webinar is a fantastic opportunity for me to share this enthusiasm that is spreading like I wouldn't say like a wildfire, because this is very out of touch for the 14,000 firefighters right now engaged in California. So, but there's an enthusiasm that is spreading its wings in hearts and minds of operators that say, yeah, maybe we can do things differently, and we can engage the media and the public differently and attract a new audience. This is what I'm after for you guys. And hopefully you'll understand, and this will be my last word, I promise, Joanna, that the storytellers is not just me and just you as you create events. Storytellers should be your members, your guests, and the community. When they attend, that you want them to have a great story to share on the next Monday, to say, this is where I was, this is what I did. I so wish you were there. But you know, the good news is wellness continues, and it goes on 365 a year, and it goes on at that very same property. Will you be my wellness buddy? And people maybe will go down on their knees and say, not will you marry me, but Joanna, will you be my wellness buddy?
Sure, I'm happy to be your wellness buddy.
Excellent.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
My
and thanks
pleasure.
everyone for joining us. I think this was great and a lot of good information. Thanks, Megan, for orchestrating all of this, and I hope you all have a great day.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so very much. All the best. Bye-bye. And merci encore. À bientôt. See you at iSpa.